Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Belinda here from Visualized NZ. I am working today again on the Cowgirls and Lace journal. I haven't got really anything done since I last left this project off on with you guys. Been super busy and just haven't got back to it. That's not a bad thing because I really would like to do most of this on camera anyway. So if you remember, I was doing this little hinged book page piece that's going to go in the signature as a journal page, and I'd done up this, collaged up this part here with pieces from the kit, and I'm using the Mega Horse Lovers kit, something like that. I'll link it in the description box anyway, from the Junk Journal Studio. So I did up that bit, added a little tab here from Artsology, and then it flips open and there's a pocket here, so we need to fill that pocket. The one thing I did do off camera was sew on this piece of paper. This is a technique I love using, particularly on music paper, where I take a see-through bit of paper, and this is see-through. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but you can still see the music underneath. And a little bit of glue stick in the middle, and then I hand sew with embroidery thread around the outside, and I've used a peachy sort of colour because I thought that tied in nicely. So I love doing that, and on the back of that I often sew two bits on together, so I put the same paper on the back and then sew around both of them. I decided not to with this because I wanted just to mix it up a little bit, so I left the sewing around the outside and then just collaged on a couple of bits of writing paper in the middle of the stitching for the back of that, just for fun. I really love the look of it. So we need to do something for this pocket over here, and we need to do this front page here. So guess what I found? I found the page that I printed from the kit that jammed my printer. So this is where it jammed. It got part way through and then it just left ink splotches. There's a tear. It's all crinkled and creased and gross. And when I was clearing the printer, I took this out, popped it up beside the printer because it's above my desk, above my computer, and then sat back down and forgot about this page and forgot that I needed to reprint it. So this page I haven't got in the signature. But this half here is still perfectly fine. It's got a slight crease, but you know, nothing that anybody will even really notice. So I thought I'm going to use this half in this journal, and then this poor horsey, he's damaged. He's got big ink splotches on him. Can't really use him. I might be able to salvage a bit of the doily in the back, the paper doily. That's part of the print. But this one I am going to use, and I've backed it onto just a bit of book page, just to make it a bit more sturdy. It's on presentation paper, so it's already quite sturdy, but I just wanted to give it a little bit extra. So I'm going to roughly cut that out, and now I'm going to cut round this fellow, this lovely horse. So just trim up the straight edges first. How is everybody today? Hope you're having a wonderful day. I am toying with lighting the fire. It is cold here. It's the middle of summer and it's cold to the point where I'm thinking, I think I really want the fire going. But I'm trying to resist. I'm trying to resist because we've only got like 3 or 4 bits of wood. So like it's really too early in the year to be lighting a fire. But I'm cold. So after I've done this, I am going to have lunch, and then I'm going to do a workout, and that will warm me up for a bit. And then hopefully this afternoon it'll come out a bit warmer, and then I won't need to think about lighting the fire. So just bear with me for a little bit as I work my way around this, this little doily in the background. and I'm going to create a shaped pocket with it. I thought it would make a beautiful pocket with a lovely, lovely edge. So this will go on this inside page here. I think this is the page I want it on, because it's got talks about horses, and I want to still be able to see some of that text in the background. The other page, the front page, is not as exciting. It does not that I really took too much notice, but I didn't see any obvious references talking about horses. Although I'm sure it does, because it's obviously part of the story the book came from. But yeah, it just didn't strike me as exciting. I'm not sure what I want to do with that front page yet, so I'm going to have to put my thinking cap on for that one. So hopefully I'll get this finished up in today's video and something into that pocket, and then we'll see what time we've got left as to whether I get anything else done or not. So that's my plan for today. So I've had quite a bit of feedback that people are loving this theme, so that's exciting. Thank you so much for letting me know that you're enjoying this theme. I hope you continue to enjoy watching me make this journal. I do recommend this horse kit. It is a really lovely one to work with. It's got lots of great elements and things that lend themselves to using them in different ways, like this page that can turn into a really cool pocket. Really cool, really fun. Hopefully I'm on screen. I keep lapsing back into sitting back in my chair because I'm just kind of zoning out, chatting away, cutting. Not too much longer here. But really, fussy cutting is part of the job, part of making journals. And while most of it I did off camera, like all the ephemera and things I've prepared by fussy cutting them out, you know, sometimes you have a piece like this that you just got to do during a video. I could have done it beforehand, but I really wanted you to see the whole page as it was and as it should be. If my printer hadn't have jammed, but it was totally my fault. It was my fault that it jammed. I should have waited until the ink had dried before feeding the paper back through. I know this, but I didn't wait when I was doing it, did I? And so you pay the price, wasted time, wasted paper, frustration, you know, all that jazz. Just a little reminder for next time when I do it is just be patient and wait, and you save yourself a whole headache. Right, that's my talking to given to myself. If that's helpful for you, then awesome. Right, so I feel like I've got a little bit of glue from something on this. I don't want to glue my pocket shut, so it's causing the ink to run a little bit, but that's okay. It's going to be under the pocket anyway. So it doesn't matter what it looks like as long as it doesn't glue my pocket shut. Okay, so this I thought would look super cool down there. What do you reckon? I think that's cool. Right, I'm going to ink it up around the edge. Just make it stand out from that book page a little bit more. And provide a bit more of that sort of western, grungy, fun, farmy, horsey vibe with the inked edge. All of those things. Also a bit vintagey. Of course it's vintage photo, so the name kind of says it all, doesn't it? Yep. And just see how it pops off the page a little bit more now. Okay. It is a little bit curly. But once it's glued down, hopefully this part will sit down better. We shall see. I'm sure it will be fine. Right, let's glue it down. And it will make a cool, fun little pocket come tuck spot. Depends what you want to call it. I'm going to call it a pocket, I think. You just wait. Next video I'll probably call it a tuck spot. Sometimes the terms are interchangeable and sometimes they aren't. In my observation. I don't know. I'm just chattering, aren't I? I'm saying a whole heap about nothing. Funny. Right. Now, I could have glued it up here a little bit. Okay, so it is actually more of a tuck spot because it's only glued on two sides. Do I want to carry the glue up a little bit and make it more of a pocket? No, I think it's fine as is. I can always go and do that later if I decide it needs just a little bit more gluing. I can do that. So I'm going to leave it like that for now. So now we've got two places to fill. So we need something for there and something for this one over here. Right, and this front page, what do I want to do with the front page? I'm just going to take a wee sip of my hot drink because that'll help me warm me up and think about what I might want to do here. I could just do writing paper. I could stick another pocket on, but I've already got two pockets. So I'm thinking, and this is just one random one I found on my desk this morning, so I just put it on the pile. Thought I'll just grab out my bin of bits and pieces here. So there's decorative pieces in there. Wee pocket. Wee envelope. Do we want to put a little envelope in there somewhere? Let's fold it up. And then I might be able to see whether it will work. So I'm hoping I'm folding this right because it's a slightly different envelope to what I've worked with before. But super cute and very helpful. You know, when you get these kits, they've got folding lines on them, so it's not that difficult. You just fold all the lines and you can always change the order in which they're sitting if you find that you've, like, I've folded it this way. If I found maybe I should have folded it this way, it doesn't matter. Either way, it works really nicely. And then the top flap. Like so. I think I like it that way better. I think that would be super cute, like tucked into a pocket. Not this one, this tuck spot, because it's not the right size. And probably not this one because I think it needs something tall. But I think I'm going to save that for tucking in somewhere. So I'll just leave it folded. I'm just like playing, experimenting, seeing what I like, what speaks to me. Here's another little coin envelope. That's cool. There's a bigger envelope, I think. Now that I've cut them out, I'm like, is that, that's definitely an envelope. Is it an envelope? Is it a pocket? Is it a, yeah. Oh, there's a little file card. That's cute. Well, since I've cut them out, so I'm kind of rediscovering this as I go. Oh, she's cute. Little cowgirl with her horse. I'm thinking I'm going to go more decorative with this side. I like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do writing paper. So maybe I'll use some of this packaging paper. Pop down. So let's tear off a piece of that. And then add a little decorative cowgirl there. Oh, Oops, that was very difficult to tear. Hasn't torn very well. And I've covered over my rubbish bin, so I can't put my rubbish in the rubbish bin. That's not straight. Am I worried? Not at all. This is all countrified, people. Don't take life too seriously. Right. Get that little bit sticking out there. Right. So one side of this is slightly shiny, so that's that side. So that's the side I'm going to glue down. So let's give it a good coating of my glue stick right around. And it's all nice and crinkly and just a beautiful caramelly colour. I love it. I went to look in the recycling bin at my husband's work last week to see if by any chance was there any more in the recycling bin, and they'd been put out for collection, so they were out on the side of the road. So there may or may not have been. Probably wasn't, because it's not something I've seen there. I've only seen it the once, maybe twice, so it's not something they have a lot of or get in all the time, and it's stuff that comes in deliveries, not stuff they use for packaging when they send out. So there probably wasn't, but I was like, oh darn, I didn't look early enough in the day. I should have looked before the bins went out. Might have been something else cool. And I think we'll just pop her down there. I'm feeling doily, like I'm feeling like there needs to be some doily behind her. I have no idea where my doilies are. Okay. Let's just have a wee look here. They might be in this bin where I've got, oops, everything's falling down. Oh dear. Got this big bin of envelopes and pages, glue pages, some paper bags and bits and pieces. So I'm just going to have a flick through here, because I know I've got doilies, but where did I file them? Oh, that could be an interesting paper bag to use in here somewhere. Must remember that. No, it doesn't look like there's any doilies in here. Oh, here's a die cut. This is a bag of bits and pieces that were sent to me in Happy Mail. Oops, just trying to stack everything back up on my shelf there. Just spied this die cut red doily. It's a bit thick. It's cardstock. It's very thick. Is there something else in here along those lines? Let's have a wee look. There's a napkin there. Happy birthday, no. Happy anniversary, no. Purple, not really. Could go with some leaves instead. That covers the horse's face, and I don't want to pop it underneath because then I'll lose most of it. Okay. Oh, there's some dimensional foam stickers there too. And I'm sorry, I don't know who this came from. If you recognise this as coming from you, then please remind me. There's some Project Life cards. There's a no. Little framed. Oh, isn't that cool? Could do like an edge there. That's actually the back of it. It's designed to go this way. Again, it's cardstock though, so I'm feeling like it's just a bit too heavy for this, because it's not going to be a pocket. If it was going to be a pocket, it would be perfect weight. Okay. Oh, sticking to my glue page. I'm just going to pop these away. Bear with me while I file them, otherwise I'm just going to end up with a gigantic mess. And I'm trying not to, because it's harder to work and things get damaged. So yeah, so I'm going to say no to that red doily. It's super cool, but it's a bit heavy for what I want, and the colour is not really right for what I want here. Okay, so it's good to have a look at those though, remind myself of what's there. And sorry, I know I was talking away from the camera. Oh gosh, where are my doilies? Let's have a look here. This is where I keep my stencils. Oh, it's all dusty and gross, but never mind. Maybe I put them in here. I've got this lacy paper. Maybe we can use that instead. And then there's all my stencils. Got a little fragment here. Let's play with that and see if that'll do the similar effect. And I seriously, this afternoon, I need to have a hunt for where I've put all my doilies, because I realise I haven't seen them for ages. How do I want to do this? It's not really the right shape. It's not working. Oops, there's a bit I missed. It's not working for me. So another thought. If that's not working, how about an actual piece of lace? Might be the go. Because this is a Cowgirls and Lace themed journal, so popping lace everywhere is ideal, in my mind anyway. This is a little coffee dyed bit of lace. Pop it over there, or do we want to do down the whole page? This is just a plain bit of white lace. Gosh, I'm taking my time, aren't I? And pop that there, or pop it under the edge of the lace. I think under the edge of the lace, so we want to pop it about there, give or take. So let's make some progress. Let's get stuff stuck down. Sorry for taking so long. I'm just kind of, I really love this theme. I want to do it justice. I want to do these beautiful digitals justice. I want it to be beautiful. And so it deserves taking a bit of time, don't you think? Oops, I didn't get the corners of that very well. Either that or it was where I was holding it and the glue came off on my fingers. A little bit up this top corner. There we go. So she's cute. And is she straight? I don't actually know. It's because this bit of paper I stuck down isn't straight, so I think it's throwing my eye off. Okay, I think that's the right side there. So we need to cut it about there. And use my premium craft glue, alcohol based glue, for a nice strong hold. It dries clear. It's clear glue to start with. But yes, my preference. Right, I just want it sticking out just a little. So we need to go about there. go. Oh, I'm starting to get hungry. It's almost lunchtime. Cooked up a corned beef, corn silverside for tea last night. So I'm really looking forward to a corned beef, mustard and cheese sandwich for lunch. Oh, yum. Yum, yum, yum. Right, there we go. I think she is crooked, but that's okay. We can live with it. I'm going to disguise it, actually. Something's crooked. Put something over top. That takes away from anyone noticing that it's crooked. So, in here, should we go wee number? Go wee number. Yep, cute. I like that. So these are all pieces from the kit from Junk Journal Studio. So everything you want to play with in the kit, it's awesome. I did go ahead and buy another kit yesterday though that I thought would complement it. It's, what's it called? Wild West. So I thought it would work really nicely. Where did I put the things to show you? So put my bin back over here. So I only printed out 2 of the main pages, this one in particular because it's got this cowgirl here, which I thought was lovely, and I can use the wagon I can use as well and use the background for collaging. Where's the other paper, that page? Oh, I printed off this page because I thought this was a cowgirl, but it's not. It's a cowboy. So I probably won't use him, but I can use the map and the cactus somewhere in this, just if I needed extra little bits and pieces to decorate with. And then it had these ephemera pieces, which aren't specifically like cowgirl or anything, but they're Wild West. They're very vintage, grungy, cool, interesting pieces to work with. So I thought they'd be fun for lots of different journals, but I thought I could use them in here. You know, this kit is not short on bits to play with. Like, it's not short, but you know, it's good to mix it up and play and use different pieces. Okay, so that's that page. I'm really happy with that. We've got decoration, but we've also got writing space. So now, how are we going on time? Okay, yep, we've got heaps of time. Let's look at what we want to fill these pockets with. Or pocket, and tuck spot. Right. I do have this piece here as well, which I tore out of a novel. It's a horse novel, but in the back there's this ad for a different book called Horses in the Valley, and I just really like the font and this image here, and it's old, like it's from 1950s, but it's like the paper is super yummy color and very fragile, so I thought I could use that somewhere. Anyway, that's by and by. I just had it sitting on top, so I thought I'd show you that. Okay, so do I want to make a journal card out of one of these? I am thinking that yes, I do. Thinking this, because this is one of the pages which I'm not actually using. This is one that printed wrong. That's why I'm not using it as a page. I do think I reprinted it and I'm using it as a page. I'm just going to refresh my memory. Maybe not. No, maybe I am. Maybe I didn't. Anyway, I thought I'd turn it into a journal card. So I love this wagon wheel. I think it's super cool. So how wide do we want it? We want it about there-ish. And these are all straight cut, so I'm going to roll it and cut it with my knife rather than tearing it. otherwise I'd just have to go around and tear all the other edges. Well, I wouldn't have to, but kind of my head says I would. Right, I think that's about straight, hopefully. I will need to trim it down because it's a bit too tall for the pocket. That's okay. I can take off some of the bit at the top. Right. Okay, and oops, gosh, getting into all sorts of trouble here. Right, so if I take off from about the top of this scratchy detail in the background, I think would be about right. Here's a fun little strip I can use on something too. Okay, let's do a test. Does it fit? It fits. Look at that. And make sure it's not too wide, that I measured that okay. Perfect. Fits in there beautifully. It is on presentation paper, so it's not super thin. It's a little heavier than photocopy paper. But I think I am going to back it. And I'm going to back it with painter's masking paper. Please excuse the slight squeak in my chair there as I turn around. Okay, so this is painter's masking paper, and Gail Agostinelli put me onto this when she showed it in one of her videos, and I love it. It's fabulous, and it's quite thin, so it doesn't bulk up things a lot. So it's just going to add a little bit of weight, but it's going to create a nice writing surface. And because this is a bit funky, I don't think it's pleasant on the eyes the way that it printed with green stripes through the lace. But through this you'll still get to see a little bit of that lacy detail before it's written on. So I think that'll be nice. Right. I'm going to glue it on the paper to catch it, just so I don't end up with that all gluey and wasted. Tear that bit off. Let's glue this down, and then look at whether we want to add anything to the front. Decorate it up a bit. I mean, it's already super pretty, but I think we can decorate it up somehow. Be good. Maybe some lace again, who knows. Oops. Yeah, Mum. Just gouged out my glue stick. There's a lump of glue on that paper there. I've got stuff everywhere. Gosh, trying to not work in a mess, and I still am. Right, just want to pick up that bit of glue, lump of glue. There we go. So that doesn't cause mischief. Nice. Okay, let's trim it around. Sticking to me because I haven't let the glue dry. Has anybody else worked with this kit or keen to work on this kit? If you've worked with this and done a video, then please link it in the sorry, not in the description box, in the comments, and I'd be keen to head along and have a look and see how you interpreted the kit. That would be cool. I'd love to see that. I haven't seen this kit. I mean, I'm sure it's been used lots of times by lots of people, but I haven't come across a video where it's been used. And I think that would be fun to see. I haven't gone looking either, I must say. I just saw this kit, loved it, and bought it, as you do. Right, there we go. It's a little bit curly, but it will flatten out once it's in place. Right, ink, we definitely want to ink it. And I want to round the corners, but it's thin enough that I think it's going to not be enjoyed by my corner rounder. So I'm just going to snip off the corners here, like Rachel from Roxy Creations does. Just snip, snip. Why not do that for a change, and then I don't have to wrestle with my corner rounder not punching properly, and it still gives that little decorative finishing touch. So round we go with the ink. Perhaps we want to put that little bit out of the book that I showed you. Maybe we want to put that on here. We'll have a look, see what that looks like. Maybe I should have used thicker paper actually. It feels quite thin, but the glue's dry and it always feels thinner until the glue sets and then it firms up. So I'm sure it will be fine. Right, where did I put that book page? Here we go. Let's tear this down and see what it will look like. Tear this way. Gosh, get straight, would you? Go. And a little bit off this edge. Really need to stop burying my rubbish bin on my desk. Actually, we could just do it as a label like so. That's kind of fun. Let's give it the little snip snip to echo the edges of the card. Snip snip. And make it a little label. Got to be very careful that I don't tear it because it's old, fragile paper. I mean, 1950s is not super old, but the quality of the paper they used is not top notch, so it's more fragile than other 50s books. Right, do I want anything in behind that? Anything in here that I might like? These cool little buttons. Maybe. A horsey stamp. No, not. Okay, there's a little horsey ticket. No, not feeling that. We could go a flower. I'd have to fussy cut it out. Actually, I quite like that it brings in a bit of colour, but is it odd just having that one spot of colour? It probably is. Got banners. No, banners not really going to work. It's too big. A matchbook cover. That's cool. Again, different colour. I think I'm striking out here. No, that's a big... Oh, this girl's super cute out of the kit. And I printed this page a couple of times, so I've got a couple of her. She's super cute, but not right on this. Okay, no, not feeling any of those. This little button as part of the kit, little fussy cut button, would probably be the best option. But you know what? I don't think it's really necessary. No, it's not doing it for me. So I'm just going to stick this book page on. Get rid of that so I don't end up tearing the bit of book page if it sticks to my glue book. Because this is the type of paper that would totally tear in half if it got stuck to glue on my glue book. Right, so let's just pop this down here like so. I think that's really fun. And I'm thinking about, do I want a tab on the side? So let's pop it in the pocket and see. I don't think it actually needs it, but pop it in the pocket there. So it folds there. We have got a little bit of room. Okay, so what I'm thinking, instead of a paper tab, how about we use a bit of lace? Because it's Cowgirls and Lace, yes. So we want to use lace. It's a little creamy coloured lace here. This might be nice. Just a little snippet of that. And let's pop it on. And because it's lace, if it's too wide, it's just going to fold up anyway. Oh, come on. Have I got a glue plug there, have I? Yes, indeed I did. Get rid of that and then we can get some glue out. Do one side at a time. Yeah, and try and glue it straight. Here we go, just a cute little tab. Now I'll need to wait till that dries before I put it in the pocket, otherwise it's definitely going to glue itself to the paper. Okay, so that's cool. I'm happy with that. That's going to look super cute in that pocket with the little lace tab sticking out. Put you over there to dry, and let's look now at clearing some of this clutter. It's something for this tuck spot over here. So we've got this other part. We could do something with this. I'm going to do something with this. I feel like it's maybe we could use it somewhere else instead. Yeah, no, I've got another idea for that. So no, we will use that somewhere else. Go diving back in this bin here, see if there's anything that speaks to me. I'm sort of thinking a big journal card type piece. That's a cool piece. quite hard though. There's so many cool pieces. There's a cute cowgirl, like a paper doll. That's cute. Postcard. Library card. A bingo card. What's the bingo card? It's a bit small, I think. Actually, it's not too bad, but I think it would be nice to see it, a bit more of it in a pocket, sticking out of a pocket. Okay, not finding anything the size that I want, so let's make something. How are we going? Oh, we've got a little smidge of time, little smidge. So base, what do I want to use as a base? I have a pad here of newsprint paper. It's quite thin, but you can always back both sides. So let's go with that. How's it for size? Do I need to trim it down any? Yes, we do. Oh, it's got some glue from the pad at the top, so let's get rid of that as well. Don't want that there. Right, so we need to trim it down. Let's go there. And that's a good stamping strip right there. So I'll pop that in my stamping strip when I do a cleanup. Okay. Right, just double check that size. I think we're all good. Yep, we're all good. So put that up there now so we can concentrate on this bit. So I was thinking we could lay this down. And, oops, not upside down, and use something like that, or we could use something a bit smaller. Do a few things. I think I want some more collage paper. So I'm going to look in my bag of scraps to see what might work. There is this brown bit of paper. This is from a flow book for paper lovers. Okay, I'm going to stick this bit down first. It's a wee bit long, but that's okay. I can trim it off afterwards. Put this down. So this is a piece from the kit that I'm gluing here. Nice cool dark brown pattern. I think's fun. Right. There we go. There's that. Let's put a bit of this on. Give it a straight edge. I hope it's straight. Oh well, I'll just trim it off if it's not. I like that, so let's pop that down. This page is already getting gluey, so new page. So I think I've got into the swing of this now. I think I'm on a roll at the moment, so that's good. Just in time for that almost for the end of the video. Okay, that there, really like that. That's pretty. And what else? This is kind of that. I think they'll work. So this is a bit of one of my printables. It's a freebie over in my Facebook group, Visual Vibes. So it's always linked in the description box, so you can go ahead and go to the freebies album and print this off for yourself if you'd like to. Yep. Gosh, you should see the mess I've got on my desk. It's ridiculous. And I was trying so hard not to get it all messy, but it is a bomb site. Total bomb site. Containers stacked up, fragments of paper, everything. It's all around me. Right, so I'm going to pop these bits away back in the bag, so at least those are dealt with. And back in my bin. Right, I'm going to trim this off now so I can see what I'm doing. Helps me visualize better where I need to place things. Okay, I think that is a really lovely base, and that paper is a really beautiful one to work with. And I'm not being paid. I didn't receive this kit free or anything from the Junk Journal Studio. I bought it myself and I'm working with it because I love it. So it's yeah, just because I love it. Right, so definitely think I want that one on this, but let's do, where have I put it? Yeah, some book page or something along those lines. Tearing off bits. Yep, I think that's cool. I'm not going to be too fussy with it. I just think that looks cool. And this is very thin. I think it's an encyclopedia or something that it came out of. I can't remember. So it's that sort of paper. It's thin paper. And interestingly enough, I'm just reading a little bit about what's got on it. It's about someone with the surname of Cooper, and it talks about leather, America, the prairie. So interesting. So it actually kind of fits. I think I like it. For some reason I like things down in the bottom corner-ish. Okay, so I like that. Again, I think I do need to layer it up with some bits. So unbury the container again, because I keep burying it. And put those bits in there. And let's see if the smaller bits here. Again, this little button keeps calling to me. Here's that tab with that same paper, just a smaller version of the paper. Giddy up. That's fun, isn't it? Giddy up. Okay, yep, I like that. So let's do some inking and then see whether we want anything else or whether that's done. And how the weight is going, whether we need to back it as well. I'm not sure which way up this goes. I can't remember when I was cutting it out, but I'm going to put it with the leaves that way because I think that's probably how it goes. Ink around this. I need to ink around the whole thing too, don't I? I do. Can't remember exactly where I had things, but it's good enough. Little word. Words. 2 words. Totally different arrangement to how I had it. That's fine. Could what else have we got in here that I might want to use? More words. There's a little number. Oh, I like that. There was another stamp here though, so I think, oh, this one's nice as well. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like both of those. Is this horse ticket? Not for the year, I don't think. The label, no. Another number. They all look good. All the numbers look good there. So don't need to keep looking at those. Let's look and see. I thought I had another stamp. Postage stamp. Maybe it's in the other section. Oh no, here we go. Here's a stamp. Where want we stamp up there? No, I'm not feeling stamp. It was worth checking it out though. Right, so which number? I think the number 1. Right, I'm going to pop those back once I'm finished the video. Just get them out my way for a minute, as we're almost there. And time to wrap up the video, I think. I'm not even going to take the time to check how far we are, because I think we're going to be cutting it close for time, so not going to waste any of it. Right, I think the weight of it is going to be fine. Once it's all dry, it'll stiffen up. I can always go in later and back it if I find that it's not quite sturdy enough for my liking. But I think it will be fine. I hope it will be fine, because then I can just call it this bit done. And I'm going to ink the back on the basis that it will be fine. What's the worst? That I just have to re-ink it if I end up backing it with something else. No biggie, no big drama. Right, there we go, all done. Super cute, love it. And grab back our piece here. So this will tuck in here. Very nice. Love that. And then this opens. And our piece should be dry now with our, yep, it's not tacky anymore. This will slide in. Actually, I could snip the corners on that. I will snip the corners just so that they are similar. There we go. So this piece is done. Yay! So this will be a page in the signature of the journal. I haven't done the cover yet. I'm very nervous to get going on the cover, but I do need to do that, because if it doesn't work, then I'll need to cover them up with something else. So I don't know where in the signature it's going to go, but I'll just pop it here for now so you can see. So we've got this lovely writing spot here. Then we've got this tuck spot with a journaling card, and you can read some of the text in behind, which talks about horses, which is just a bit of fun. And then on the back side of the signature, wherever it happens to be, we've got this flip out, so a bit of decorative, which you could write on if wanted. And then writing paper here, hopefully I'm in frame on this side. And then with this journaling card tucked in there with writing space on it. And then on the back, we've got more writing space. And I might put a little stamp or something on there, ink stamp as opposed to a postage stamp, or not. I don't know. But I'm calling it done. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this little foray into the Cowgirls and Lace journal. And I hope you're eager to see more, because I'm certainly eager to do more. So I'll see you in the next video. Thanks everybody. Bye.